Globally Tiberius with round 1 of a Modern League using Mono White Soul Sisters. This hand is not strong enough to be kept. We do like the curve, but on the draw we want to make sure we're able to cast some stuff, so we are going to mulligan this. And the hand gets a little better. One land is tough, but we are able to curve into a sister into a Thalia or sister into Serra if need be. We get to take a peek. Our opponent mulligans to 5, so unfortunate for our opponent, but we are in good shape there. Land on top is exactly what we want to see. Gemstone Caverns. Gemstone Caverns could be dredge, could be lots of different things. Unsure of what we're up against right now. But we'll start with Sister and pass. Blinkmoth Nexus comes down, so we're looking at Hardened Scales Affinity. Here, maybe. Could be a lot of different things, actually, still. Really excited to drop Thalia here. See how they respond to this. They Warping Whale us here, while the Warping Whale is still good. Blast Zone comes down. So this is Eternal Scourge Eldrazi here, which is a bit of a nuisance for us. We will choose to not attack. I think we want to get that Blast Zone off the battlefield while it's still there. Relic comes down. They'll exile all cards from graveyards and draw a card. Scavenger Grounds. They choose not to attack. Another Ghost Quarter for us. So we will actually play a Serra now and pass the turn. I'm struggling to hear my plays here, so I'm going to crank this up just a touch. Eldrazi Temple comes down. At this point, we could still hit Eldrazi. We could still, we could Ghost Quarter the Eldrazi Temple, but I don't think we particularly want to. They're just at so much mana where it doesn't seem super relevant. Path to Exile is pretty much dead against them. Chalice on 1 comes down pretty late for them. And a Ghost Quarter. Pridemate is exactly where we want to be right now. Allows us to get a creature down that will pressure on their Eternal Scourge. So we're very happy about that. We're going to attack here, and we're going to path the Scourge. Oh, no, we are not going to path the Scourge. Because of Chalice of the Void, we can no longer path the Scourge. So we just have to wait for them to cast a creature, wait for us to draw a creature worth casting. Our opponent casts a Chalice on 2. That's interesting. I mean, at some point you can just Chalice everything, right? We'd really love to just cast a Militia Bugler in response to that. Another Thalia. So that we actually can't cast anything, and we're kind of just staring our opponent, and we're kind of just staring at our opponent right now, for lack of a better term. Neither one of us is really drawing what we need to draw to do anything in this game. There's an Archangel. Archangel would be a great draw if we could cast it. This is really awkward right here. Neither one of us can really do much of anything here. They're getting a Serum Powder. So they'll exile a card and draw a card. No. Sorry. It's getting a little funny not being able to cast any of the things in our hand right now. Just kind of staring at our opponent. We're very much in the lead, but we can't do anything about it. Once again, we are reminded how happy we are that Archangel of Thune is a non-legendary creature. You can have more than one of them on the battlefield. Opponent. Our opponent might actually declare an attacker here, maybe? Nope. Thought Not Seer. So we now have a 4/4. They will clearly pull one of the Archangels away. And they'll turn Blinkmoth into a flyer. We don't really care about getting hit by Blinkmoth Nexus here. Another Thalia. We're going to go in for 4 here, see if they give us one of their creatures. We actually are thoroughly okay making that trade if they give it to us. Chalice on 1, Chalice on 2 has been obnoxious. Had that not happened, we would have been able to use Thalia a little bit more aggressively here. Right now, we don't care too much. Reality Smasher comes down, making our Pridemate huge. We do need to figure out how to win the game here. Down to 13. Oh, man. It's just awkward right now. It's just really awkward right now. We're going to leave up Pridemate. as Pridemate blocks a Thought Knot very well. Apologize for the noise. So there's an option here. We could take damage and just let it roll over the Serra and gain a life. So that would be get us down to 10 and make Pridemate a 6/6 so it can't attack next turn. I think we'll do that. I think that is a play. So it blocks one of the damage, and then life gain happens, and we get another one of the damage back. Pridemate then becomes a 6/6, so now they can't attack. Martyr is irrelevant, but they can attack without losing their Reality Smasher, so we're okay. We really would have liked to draw a land by now. Blink Moth becomes a 1/1. So they'll clock us that way. This is the most awkward kind of stalemate here. Bugler is great. We like Bugler. Bugler's going to trigger a Soul's Attendant and get us another Pridemate. That's exactly what we needed. We can't cast the Pridemate, unfortunately, until they do something about their Chalice, but we can now block a little bit more aggressively, and we will discard a Thalia. A 7/7 Pridemate is very strong right now. Until they find a way to remove it. They are tapping for an Ulamog. That is Ulamog mana right there. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Nope. They choose not to Ulamog here. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So they do have Ulamog mana. So we absolutely need a land for our Archangel of Thune. And we finally get it. In theory, they cast the Ulamog now, but they they'll concede on that. On a mold of 5, very awkward for them. Chalice on 1 and 2 made it very awkward for us, but we finally got the mana to cast the Archangel. What an odd game. What just an odd game. Worship is fine. Rune Halo is good. Other than that, Damping Sphere can shut off a double Eldrazi Temple, so we might bring in some number of those. Probably not that many. Thalia, it seems not great here. They're just so removal light. Path is good. Disenchant should probably come in. We'll cut a Thune, just because they're hard to cast. We'll cut all the Squadron Hawks, since we don't really care about flying here. And we'll cut a Martyr. And we'll submit that. Well then, that would be an interesting keep. That gets much better. Double Pridemate is really strong here. We start with a Gemstone Caverns. And we'll start with a Sister and pass. Chalice on 1, it comes down too little too late to matter for us. Love that third land. We're able to get going really quickly here. Get a 3/3 on the board while they're still putting on their shoes and hopefully able to just run them over here. Scavenger Grounds. So next turn, I think... Ooh, Ratchet Bomb's strong. Next turn, I think we Runed Halo. For Thought Knot Seer. Let's see if they'll Ratchet Bomb our Serra away, or if they'll try to take the Pridemate, hoping we don't have a second one, even though we do. That would also take their Chalice, though, I think. Mimic. Makes our Pridemate bigger. They put a charge counter on Ratchet Bomb. We'll cast a Militia Bugler here. Hope to hit a 2-drop creature. Hitting another Militia Bugler is just as good. They will block with their Mimic. And they'll 2-for-1 us here. And then cast a Thought Knot. Theoretically taking our Pridemate or our Bugler here. They take our Pridemate. We are quite a bit ahead though, and especially when we can just draw another one. So we're really happy with how this is going so far. Our opponent's down to 4 cards, 3 cards. Another Thought Knot. Another Thought Knot. So now our Pridemate is big enough to kill their Thought Knot. We would love to hit a Disenchant Soul Sister here. Sorry, Disenchant into Soul Sisters. Into the Soul Sister here. We'll take 4. Can't really do anything just yet, unfortunately. But our opponent also can't cast anything. They cast a Mimic. And they'll dismember our Pridemate. That is pretty good for them. So now we have Thune mana, but we need Thune soon. It is very much Thune or bust here. Disenchant would work. Chalice on 2 cancels that plan. Not much we can do here if we're going to get Chalice locked out. Blast Zone is a card. Reality Smasher is also a card. So we can Yeah, that's gonna get us. We get locked out pretty well thanks to Chalice. That card's really good at stopping us. I liked what we did here, though. I really liked the list here, and I like being on the draw with it. Sorry, on the play with it. I like being in front of them. Getting to a point where Pridemate can really pressure them. We can also potentially go turn 1 Serra, turn 2 Martyr, and get after them really quickly. So this is a very swingy matchup, it would seem. We will play first. Yeah, I don't like that enough. That's not much better. Serra does make it a little better. Let's see what their game plan is. They did They did get a Serum Powder hand. Chalice on 1. We're fine with that, if we're being perfectly honest. We can disenchant it. We have the power. Our hand's a little weak after that, though. Eldrazi Mimic comes down. See if we can stick a Serra Ascendant long enough to make something happen here. Matter of Shaper makes Eldrazi Mimic good size. We'll go down to 17 here. We really do just need to get in aggressively here. $18 to 19, and we'll have a 3/3 on Pridemate. Here's their big hitters, though. Oh no, Serum Powder. Serum Powder is fine by us. Oof. That was a good play. They get in for 2. We would love a Thune here. They are down to 2 cards in hand. They will get a Mutavault here. Fine by us, mostly. We'll take this opportunity to exile the Eternal Scourge. Sorry, the Eldrazi Mimic. And we'll take 2 from the Mutavault. We're leaving 5 mana up in case we get lucky enough to top deck Thune. That's kind of our only out here. This has been a relatively rough matchup for us. The matchup's not bad, we just haven't drawn what we need to draw when we need to draw it. And the Chalice lock has been very aggressively good against us. Another Serum Powder comes down. We will Ghost Quarter away one of the Mutavaults. And we are on a clock now. would really, really love to get back in this one. Soul Warden helps just a little bit. Soul Warden makes Thune even more useful if we draw her. Their top decks are just so aggressively good, though. Thought Knot comes down, gets nothing. Mutavault activation. We're down to 7, so we are asking you shall receive sometimes. Wow. Wowie, wowie, wowie. So now we are in this game. And now we are less in this game. So we're dead this turn. We are not dead. Not dead. Not dead. Mostly dead, but not dead. We will give up that. And we'll go down to 4. If we draw a land here, there's the joke. Worship works. Worship is exactly the type of nonsense we need. So we need to find something before they are able to ratchet bomb our creature away. Really? That's a bummer of a way to lose it. Okay, yep, nope, they get there. And that's a bummer of a way to lose. Very interesting matchup. Very 50-50, it feels like. They outdrew us in Game 3. We outdrew them quite a bit as well, though. The moles were a serious win. What a fun game of Magic. See you in the next one.